Now, it's already been an incredible summer of sport in the capital, and this weekend sees the return of the London Triathlon. Thousands of athletes swim, cycle and run on closed roads through East London, where we can join Wendy Hurrell. Wendy, there's been a big push for more diversity in the sport this year.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what I'm here to discuss with two people that will be taking part in the triathlon later into the weekend. It starts off in here, in these waters, in the XL Centre. And today, I went to meet some of those taking part on Sunday in their final training. It's a determined and supportive group of swimmers at the West Reservoir Centre in Hackney. They're part of the grassroots training programme by Limelight Sports Club and Badu Sports. Some have learned to swim only in the last few months.
Within my family, no one can swim. Within any of my friendship group, no one can really swim. So, and then in a space where we go to swimming pools, it's not really like too welcoming for us. So it's not a space that we feel like comfortable to like sort of express that fear in the water.
Training started off quite hard. I was struggling to pick up distance. But as I learnt the technique better, it started to get easier.
And it's hoped that this will encourage people from a greater diversity of background to take up the triathlon.
First of all, I think feeling like it's just not a sport for me. And I think that's probably because I haven't seen any role models that look like me do the triathlon. I think finances are a massive barrier. If we think about all the kit we've had donated to Badu, individually to afford that on our own would have been really difficult. And I think just not feeling safe in spaces.
They'll be supported by family and friends on Sunday, a chance to show off their new fitness and skill. So what do you get out of it?
Well, of course, healthier living, pride. So, of course, triathlons on Sunday. Never, like I said, I never partook in a competition like this. So I guess that gold medal that I'm going to get at the end is really going to mean a lot to me.
And it'll be really, really well deserved, I have to say. Now, the figures from the British Triathlon Federation and Sport England suggest that 95% of black adults and 80% of black children don't swim. Well, there are two people here who are going to change all of that, or at least try, Naomi and Nana. If I come to you first, you're the founder of Badu. What is your mission with sport?
I'm Nana, and I'm trying to basically use sports as a vehicle to educate, empower and uplift. And it's all about social change and how to really empower and include the community, how to really hold the community to account, but also give them the skills that they need to run their own race without things being done to them all the time. They want to do it for themselves, so how do we really leave a legacy? And I think for us, it's been really important to work with partners like Limelight Sports, who've been amazing, not only just coming to the table with just the ideas. It's like, how do we collaborate in a way that makes sure that there's a community that they don't know about, and then there's a knowledge that they have, and how do we make sure that we lead from our point of view? So I think that's what will happen about bring about that inclusion, because you have to let the community lead, particularly around the black community. Like, let us lead some of the change that needs to be seen as well.
And you yourself with this organisation are taking down a lot of barriers to sports like triathlon, which really can be, inaccessible to a lot of people. There is a flight going over, so you're going to have to shout over this. We're near City Airport.
So I think for true inclusion and for true diversity, you have to. I'll just wait to. So I was saying, you have to really try and look at what are the key barriers and policies that are stopping this inclusion. What's the access and the resources that are needed to allow everyone to include and actually compete. And so once again, we're working with our partners. It's allowed, giving us the access and resources, but also us being able to put in an input into it, to remove some of those barriers, to allow our community to have swimming lessons and our fantastic coaches, having a lead. So we have a female lead, her name's Denise. She's been amazing to lead that front, because she's then part of the legacy that's going to happen next, about how that happens. And
I must talk to Naomi, because this is your second triathlon. You love it that much. What made you get into it in the first place?
So I actually got a call from Sir randomly to just say, do you want to do a triathlon? And the thing was, I didn't know what it was. So I thought at first it would be a challenge. But now, going into my second one, it's more like I want to inspire black young women and young females, like children, to be able to do this, because growing up I didn't really see representation or people who look like me doing triathlons. So I just want to make that my mission, to be able to inspire the young women and young adults pretty much.
Well done. Well, listen, best of luck to you both. You're second and you're first. You have to do it now. I've said it on television. It's going to be a tremendous effort. But well done. You're totally inspiring. I definitely could not do what they were doing in the reservoir earlier today. So well done them. And it's going to be a great event. Come down and support if you haven't got anything better to do on Sunday.
Absolutely. Good luck to all of them. Wendy, thank you.